Cheers.
To another episode.
Another episode that we're going to hopefully actually get through this time.
We will.
We had some technical difficulties when we attempted to record last night.
Mostly it was me.
Technically, you were the difficulty.
Being a woman is very difficult.
I can only imagine. That's all I can do.
You don't understand. There are things that we go through and feel and do that we have no control over, like our emotions towards our significant others.
Well, I also have no control over those emotions, so
Yes.
I understand slightly.
Yeah, I guess.
But anyway, enough of that. We're back. It's been a while. It's been a while since we recorded.
Yeah.
It's been about a month actually since we actually recorded. This will seem seamless to all of our listeners. This rattling ice cubes got to be distracting.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't really think about that when
It's
I put
okay.
ice in your drink.
It doesn't matter. It's the sound effect of us having fun.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what it is.
Anytime you hear the ice, take a drink.
Yeah, there you go. So, anyway, it's been about a month since we recorded. This will all appear seamless to listeners because we have continued to release episodes.
Yeah.
But at the time of this recording, we have now released 6 episodes. And thank you to everyone who's been listening and supporting and giving amazing comments and
Yeah,
reviews.
absolutely. Yeah. I actually would like to do a little bit of a shout out to a couple people.
Do some shout outs.
You can continue your intro and I will get to my little shout outs when you're done.
Sounds good. We've been busy. We just haven't had much of an opportunity to record, nor have we really had the energy to do it. It turns out that recording a podcast that you release weekly is a lot of work.
Yes,
It's
it is.
a ton of work. It's a lot of fun at the same time. We really enjoy this, but it is not necessarily easy. So, but we're here, we're doing it. We're trying to stick to this schedule. We want to release an episode every single week because we don't want to disappoint our fans.
That's right.
Of which right now we have a few.
Mm-hmm.
It's not insane. We're not to the moon or anything. But I'm very satisfied. I mean, I'm shocked actually how many people have been like vocally supportive.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of really good feedback from people that I wouldn't even have thought would care to listen, and I think it's awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. So thank you again.
Thank you to everyone.
Yeah, and since on that topic, please like and subscribe if you are watching on YouTube. Please subscribe if you are listening on Apple Podcasts. Please give us a follow on Spotify. Leave positive reviews. It helps the algorithm.
Yeah.
Share it with a friend. If you think you got a homie or a cousin or an annoying coworker who might like this podcast, send it over to them.
Yeah, and also if you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, we will be sure to give you a shout out. That's actually what I'm going to do right now because I just think it's important to let people know that like we really appreciate them taking their time to give us a nice review.
Yeah, you're paying attention and we are paying attention to you.
Yeah, exactly.
As well.
Yeah, so the first one is 66 Burgundy.
Oh.
Thank you for your review.
Yes.
The next one is...
That's totally not me at all,
That's
by the
not
way.
you at all. Coffee Beans Galore. Thank you so much for your
And
review.
that's totally not you.
That absolutely is not me.
No.
I mean, you got to get things going, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Come on.
The next one actually is a real review by a real person.
Okay, well, that's good.
This one is Old Guy, in parentheses, I guess. I don't know who this is.
Old guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thank you for your review. We appreciate it.
Thank you, old guy.
Also, it's actually a really long, in-depth review, which is amazing that
That's
someone
awesome.
took the time to
Oh, yeah, I read that one. That means that's someone that listened to the entire episode.
Yeah.
And took enough time to actually leave a very
Like detailed.
thoughtful
Yes. So
review.
that was super awesome of this person. So again, thank you. And the last one is from Tori Taryn.
Yes.
And I have to say, thank you so much. And that's my friend.
Yes.
And she's awesome.
Thanks, Tori. You're awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to find a good sort of schedule to do this, and it's not easy because we have 2 kids.
Yeah. And now they're on summer break, which makes it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, we thought it was going to make it easier.
Yeah, it's not.
No, it's actually a lot
But
harder.
you had a great approach tonight. I really loved that you sat Brooklyn down and you were like, hey, this is what we're going to go do.
Yeah.
I think that this is what we need to do.
We
We
can't-
just need
the
to be
sneaking
up
out,
front.
yeah.
The sneaking out stuff's not working. And I
No.
think it stressed me out.
I think it did too.
Yeah.
And we can't have a stressed out Babs.
No, because it doesn't work if
No.
I'm stressed out.
No, stress Babs is a non-functional Babs.
It's also just not fun.
No, it's not fun. It's definitely not fun. So I decided to take the honest approach with our youngest daughter and just tell her what we're doing. And I promised her vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, which we don't have, so we have to
go
to the store
We'll get it.
after drinking wine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Wine is fine.
Wine is fine. Yeah. Actually, you only have that one glass, and then I have my little 7% wine over here.
Oh, I can't have any of your 7%
Oh, no, you
wine?
can. It's so low. It's literally like, here's Corona in wine version.
I like Corona.
Yeah, I like this wine. This wine, by the way, is from Trader Joe's.
Did you get another bottle?
This is the one I got yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's Love Olivia, and it's peach, 7.5% alcohol, $3.99.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow.
And this is not sponsored by Trader Joe's.
I certainly wish it was.
I just really like this wine.
I would take a
It's
Trader
so
Joe's
good.
sponsorship any day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, anyway, so we're finally back in here recording again, although we make it a point to backlog a lot of episodes so that if we get to a point where we're tired and we can't do it, we won't leave a week without an episode. At least that's the plan.
Yeah.
And so far, we've stuck to that plan, and we're about to leave town for a little bit.
Seattle, woo!
Yep, Babs is going to Seattle. Well, we're all going to Seattle.
Too.
I'm only going for a few days. They're going to be gone for a couple weeks, so we won't have an opportunity to record. But I'm hoping to take that opportunity to finally launch my own podcast, which I have been planning for a long time.
Am I going to be a guest?
You can be a guest if you'd like.
Oh,
sure, yeah.
okay.
It's called More Importantly with Rick Martinelli.
Okay.
I'm the host, Rick Martinelli. Thus the title.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna have a lot of my friends, comedians, musicians, people in entertainment, social media influencers. I have so many unique and interesting friends that I want to sit down and have conversations. And talented, very talented.
Yeah.
I want to have conversations with them. So I'm gonna get that started when you guys are out of town. I'm gonna backlog a bunch of those episodes.
That's a
I'm gonna
great
record
idea.
A bunch. I want to be productive.
Yeah.
But anyway. So we've been busy. We've been really busy. So I had, I think the last time we recorded was the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
So I had a birthday, and we went to Lowry's in Beverly Hills and ate entirely too much food.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was disgusted with myself.
It was such a gluttonous experience.
It was the most gluttonous experience ever.
Yeah, it was a little much.
Yeah, I came back just feeling like a blimp, and it was not a good feeling.
I realized what we've done because we've been to Lowry's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, over the years. But by a lot, I mean like once a year for the last like several years. And I notice every time we go, we increase what we order by like one more item.
Yeah.
So it started with just the regular meals, and then it was like, oh, let's add the cream corn.
Let's get the cream corn.
And then it was the
I get the mushrooms.
and then I started getting the macaroni and cheese.
Let's get the macaroni
we started
and
adding
cheese.
wine, and then now I started eating the
Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah, it's excessive.
It's excessive.
It is
and
very
it's
excessive.
like all carbs.
Yeah, and on top of the carbs, it's just a big old slab of red meat.
Yeah.
Which I eat less and less red meat these days, and my body I think appreciates that. And when I just put that much in me, it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
It's a little rough on the body.
Yeah. So yeah, had a birthday. I had my official debut at the Hollywood Improv, which was really awesome. I'm very, very happy and very grateful for that opportunity. Also had an opportunity to open for John Mulaney and Eliza Schlesinger and Dean Del Rey, which is pretty impressive. I mean, that's the biggest like comedy show that I've had an opportunity to be a part of in Los Angeles so far.
I think that's really cool. I only know who Eliza.
Eliza.
I always
Schlesinger?
want to say Dr. Laura Schlesinger.
Yeah, well, close enough.
Yeah.
I mean, John Mulaney's one of the biggest comedians on the planet. Funny though, every time I mention it, people are like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, how do people not know who this man is? I guess I exist in the comedy world, so I'm I guess more privy to that information than other people. But it was really cool. It's at an incredible venue called the Bourbon Room in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, the Walk of Fame. And I initially went there to go, my friend was producing the show, and I went to go support his show. A bunch of my friends were involved and were on the show, and I walked in there. I'd never been there before. It's been on my bucket list for a while to just go to a show there, definitely to perform there. And I just walked in and saw, a ton of my friends. And within maybe 5 minutes of walking into this place, I was like, as soon as I walked in, I was like, wow, this place is beautiful. Like it is.
It was your first time there?
My first time ever being there. And I mean, gorgeous venue, incredible room. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time because my friends who were working the show came up to me and they were like, hey, our comic who's supposed to go on first isn't here. Can you do 5 minutes?
Very
so
cool.
I walked into this place, and within 5 minutes of my first time being there on this massive lineup, I got to open the show.
Sweet.
And it was pretty cool. It's a cold open, being the first comic up at any show is always a challenging spot.
Yeah.
But I got some good laughs, and I mean, overall, I'm just blown away by the experience. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, never in a million years would I imagine that I would walk into like a high profile venue like that at a high profile comedy show and be the one that got picked to just randomly do 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super happy with that. What else happened? Did I go to Denver in that time? I think I did go to Denver in that time.
I have no idea.
I don't know. So much happened.
But you know what? I do want to say one thing is I think our second episode we mentioned about your grandparents being clowns.
Yes.
And your mother was nice enough we mentioned that your grandma had a clown collection.
And this is one of my grandmother's clowns.
This is one of them.
Yeah.
His mother went to Pennsylvania and brought one back for us.
It used to be holding a balloon.
Oh,
right here.
Yeah.
I remember this one because it was holding a balloon.
What happened to the balloon? Was the balloon plastic?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't really know. I'm
I'll
not
have
sure.
to get him a new balloon.
Made in Taiwan, high quality. But yeah, this is a clown from my grandmother's clown collection.
Yeah.
Who was a clown.
That is hilarious.
Which is evidence that my mom listens to the podcast. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually pictured them to look differently. I pictured them to be the kind of ceramic that's like super shiny.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what I'm talking about?
No, they were all like this.
Oh, this is like matte finish.
Yeah, they were all
glossy.
They were all exactly like that.
Oh, interesting.
They were all around kind of similar sizes.
Very interesting. I like that it's like the hobo type of clown too.
Yeah. I do too. But yeah, so we got a new trinket for the studio here.
Yeah. Oh, and I cut bangs.
Yes, she cut bangs.
Yeah.
I like them.
I like them too. I don't know how they look right now on this camera, but
I like it with the Harry Potter glasses too.
Yeah, it's there's a vibe going.
There's a vibe.
Yeah.
My mustache grew back.
Hey, it's back.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That was not a good look.
Yeah.
I had many comments on that.
It was a little scary looking.
I had a lot of people who were like, "What did you do to your face?" And
it
I was
was
like,
weird.
"Trust me, I did not want to do that."
Yeah.
But I did it. So anyway, yeah, we're back. To you guys, we never left.
Yeah.
But
We're still here.
But for us, here we are.
Yeah.
Now the challenge is going to be cooling off this garage in the summertime. I've had the AC blasting with the tube looking like, you know what the tube reminds me of? Remember in Home Alone 2?
Where he has to crawl through
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yes. That's what
yes. I think he has to slide
He
down
has to slide down it.
Yes, because it's one of those things for construction when
Yeah,
they're
like a
doing like a
trash chute?
high. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it reminds me of.
That's so funny. I've been trying to figure out, and also it reminds me of like Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, because it's aluminum. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Remember the Jiffy Pop
I remember
scene
the
in
Jiffy
Scary
Pop scene in
Movie?
Scary Movie. How could I forget?
It's like gigantic.
Yeah, it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Shout out Scary Movie.
Yeah.
I love that movie so much, but I totally realized that, like, you really had to exist in that time for it to be funny.
Anybody were to be like in their early 20s and watched it now, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
They'd be like,
is
"I don't
this?"
understand why this is funny."
Yeah,
They're like, "Why did she run away like that?" We're like, "Because that's the scene."
Yeah.
And I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
Do kids these days? Okay.
No, that's actually not the scene from I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's actually the opening scene of Scream.
When she runs away like this.
I mean,
Into
just
the
Drew
woods?
Barrymore in the beginning of Scream, she does run away, but they like catch her and her parents are like pulling up.
No, that's a different scene though. I'm talking about a different scene. I'm talking about the scene in the woods. What are you waiting for? And then she runs away like with her arms all silly.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know.
so okay, here's something that I've been wondering about recently. Okay, so like people have like Spotify, for example, right? So they have access to like all the music ever.
Okay.
Like our oldest daughter really likes 80s music.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears is her favorite band.
Favorite band.
So random.
Yeah.
Right? So like, and you see kids these days with like Nirvana t-shirts and
Yeah.
everything. So like, it leads me to believe, I don't know for certain, but it leads me to believe that they listen to music from the 90s.
Okay, yeah.
But do they watch movies from the 90s too?
I don't know.
Because like, would
That's
kids
a
these
good
days
question.
like, how could you know like bands like Nirvana or the Foo Fighters or whatever,
Yeah.
like that were really big in the 90s, but you've never seen I Know What You Did Last Summer?
Yeah, that's a good question. I know for me and Soph, we love to go down those little trails of 80s and 90s movies on like random weekends.
Yeah.
So sometimes we will, consecutively watch an 80s movie like 3 weekends in a row.
I would love to
I
watch.
don't know if that's like everyone does that.
I don't know, maybe not. I would love. I mean, Scary Movie is a little inappropriate for a 15-year-old girl.
Oh, I can't watch that with
Yeah,
her. No.
but I would like to watch some of those like the movies that they
No.
spoof.
Well, I
You
don't
know?
know. Some of those are really inappropriate.
Yeah, you might be right. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Anyway.
I mean, unless you want to watch movies with your daughter that feature like boobs and dicks
and jizz.
Yeah.
Probably not.
I'm not really in that. Yeah.
She's seen Euphoria though.
See, I think she's lying.
I think she's lying.
She's totally lying.
Yeah.
And if she has seen Euphoria, she's pretty much watched porn.
She's seen a lot of dicks then at that
point. It is so gnarly. I mean, when I watched it, I was like, this is porn. I'm watching porn that are supposed to be children.
I know. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it's insane. But I still watched every episode.
Guess, we watched Kids. I saw the movie Kids when I was like 12.
You know what? Me too.
That shit shook me to my core.
Yeah.
I remember being like, oh, God, AIDS.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know AIDS was,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah, I definitely watched some weird questions. I mean, I really liked that one movie, Gummo. That was a really weird. That movie's weird. And I loved that movie when I was like 12, 13.
Oof. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's probably a good thing our kid doesn't, kids these days don't watch that shit.
Yeah.
But they have access to a lot of worse things just on their phone at any moment.
Yeah, we didn't really have that. Like if you got exposed to like, let's say Kids, like that was kind of like, that was an indie film, right?
Yeah, it was like a friend of a friend of a friend
yeah,
who,
exactly.
who had kids. And they're like, you ever seen Kids?
Yes, which is kind of creepy when you think about it.
It is super, super creepy.
Yeah.
Super creepy movie. But yeah. All right. Well, anyway, enough of that. Let's see. What else? I'm trying to think, like, where have we been? What have we done? Where are we?
I don't know. We've done things. We went to the beach one day.
We had Father's Day.
We had Father's Day. I think we've had Mother's Day since this.
Do we have Is Mother's Day before or after my birthday?
I think it's
after.
it's
before my birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because on one of our podcasts, we mentioned Mother's
Yes.
Day Eve. So, yes.
Yes.
So, scratch the Mother's Day thing.
Yep. We had our youngest daughter's 6-year birthday
yeah,
party.
She's 6 now.
We got a 6-year-old.
The
and a
kids are out of
15-year-old.
school. So,
Kids
there's
are
been
out of
like
school.
so many things that have been going on. Yeah.
What did I do this week? Oh, I hosted a show at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and that was fun. Shout out San Diego, where we're from.
Whoop.
All right, that's enough catching up. Let's get into it. What are we talking about today, Babs?
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
no, it's
Uh-oh. I like when there's a little like a
hesitation,
kind of hesitant smirk and a giggle.
Well, it's weird, but it's not like that weird. Okay, so
We cover a lot of weird stuff here.
we do, and it's not weird per se until we really get into it. So today we're going to learn about Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Mozart. Okay.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I like music.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
So
Before you get in, why Mozart?
actually, I took your advice and I was looking up like random things on YouTube of like how to get inspiration for some of my subjects, and I saw like a very small snippet of what intrigued me about Mozart, something I didn't know about him, and so I was like, I'm gonna dig a little deeper, and so I did, and
now here we are.
here we are. It's gonna get a little weird.
Oh, okay. It's gonna get weird. The weird side of Mozart.
Yes, yeah. There's a weird side to Mozart.
I didn't know there was a weird side.
It's an unusual side, but we'll get into it. It'll be a fun little trip down a historical road for us.
Okay, so are we deep diving Mozart in general, or like a specific?
Okay, so I always like with anything, if we're gonna go like, so for instance, I say when he was born and all of that,
Right.
and we're gonna do little tidbits about his life, but we're mostly gonna talk about this unusual side that's been uncovered in letters
Okay.
that he has written.
So okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Mozart the deaf one, or was Beethoven?
That's
was the deaf one?
Beethoven.
Okay, I always get the two confused.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually kept wanting to call him. I had to really, really remind myself not to say we're learning about Johann Sebastian Bach. So many times in my head, I kept saying because I just go over my notes in my head and I kept on saying Johann Sebastian. I'm like, that's not who this is.
Were a lot of those guys alive in the same time?
That I don't know.
So I've always been curious to I always imagine Mozart and Beethoven as Tupac and Biggie. Maybe they coexisted.
What if they were though?
When they had some
I
beef?
don't know. I do mention in my notes here that Johann did meet one of Sebastian Bach's. I'm sorry, Wolfgang met one of Johann Sebastian's children. So
Okay.
Bach must have been an adult while Mozart was a child.
Okay.
So that's some frame of reference, but yeah.
All right, let's get into
Okay,
it.
so Wolfgang.
So, where'd that come from?
I was just trying to figure out where I am. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Mozart was born on January 27th, 1756 in Salzburg, a Bavarian city and also the fourth largest, I'm starting off horribly, largest
You're doing
city
just great,
in
Babs.
Austria.
It's been a while since we recorded.
It
so.
has, but I also almost said 14th, and that's why I was like, meh.
You said where? Vienna?
No, but it's Salzburg, a
Salzburg.
Bavarian city and also the fourth largest city in Austria.
Salzburg.
Salzburg. Stop.
Okay, go ahead.
Salzburg means salt castle in German.
Okay.
He died on December 5th, 1791 at just 35 years old in Vienna.
He was only 35?
Yes, and
God,
which I did not know.
It makes me feel like such a failure.
Why?
Because I'm 38 and that guy accomplished
so much.
In his 35 years. Mozart will be talked about forever.
Forever, yeah.
Forever. And I've been alive for longer than he was. And
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will ever talk about my dick jokes for as long as they're going to talk about Mozart.
No. I had no idea he died at 35 before doing this.
I guess that was kind of like a pretty typical lifespan back then, though, wasn't it?
Not necessarily.
I feel like 40 years was like the lifespan. 1700s?
I feel like everybody says that, and then when I start doing research, like there's so many people that live to be like 80 something in like the 1700s, and I think it just depended on your status. Like think about people that were like more well off. Like yeah, they probably lived longer.
Was Mozart not well off?
Not necessarily. He wasn't like poor. No,
Like were musicians like
he was like a struggling artist at some points though.
Yeah, but I feel like, he played piano and like you
Violin.
don't have access to those instruments if you're poor.
Yeah, so we'll get into a little bit about that.
All right.
His parents were Leopoldo Mozart. I hope I'm saying his name. By the way, I'm going to butcher so many names in this.
Leopoldo?
Leopoldo. I don't know.
I think it's Leopoldo.
It's Leopoldo.
Leopoldo.
They're not Italian though.
I was going to try an Austrian accent and I was like, I'm going to sound racist.
Yeah. Okay, so his father was a German composer and violinist, and his mother was Anna Maria. She's just a lady.
Anna?
Yeah, just Anna.
Father, musician, composer. Mom?
Woman.
Anna.
Yeah. Leopold and Anna Maria had 7 children, with only 2 surviving past infancy. Maria Anna Mozart and Wolfgang Mozart. The first child to die was Johann Mozart. Then Maria Anna Cordula. Then Maria Anna Nepomucena.
Maybe the Maria Anna name is a little bit cursed.
Maybe we shouldn't have used that name so many times.
Yeah, don't double down.
And then the next one was Johann Karl Amadeus that also died.
Hold on, 2 Johanns, 2
Marias.
Marias.
Now here's the third. Maria Crescentia also died.
Dude, stop naming your kids these cursed names.
I know. But then they ended up naming the one that survived Maria Anna.
Oh, I guess. Okay. They just kept going.
Mozart's full name is actually Johannes Christomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart.
That's
Another
a lot of
Johann.
names.
They're all Johanns or Anna Marias.
Isn't it funny though that he was
Or
like
Marias.
he was like, nah, Wolfgang, son.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know Johann.
Yeah.
Theophilus, nah.
Theophilus. Mozart. He went by Wolfgang. Well, yeah, Wolfgang, but it's actually Wolfgangus.
Wolfgangus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Wolfgangus.
That's a long name. At age
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Wolfgangus Khan.
Khan.
I don't know where we're going with that.
I don't either.
We just said like we made a revelation. We were like, oh my
what?
God.
But it's not
Some
there.
obscure connection that's nothing.
No. At age 3, Mozart would watch as his father taught his sister to play the clavier, which was a keyboard instrument, and by age 4, Mozart began learning from his father as well.
Okay.
So he's 4 years old, and his dad's like, let's teach you.
Man, it's got to help when you got a musician, composer dad.
Exactly.
You know?
By age 5, Mozart began to compose his own pieces.
That's insane.
Yeah, I know.
He's 5?
Yeah, he's 5. So picture Brooklyn, like, just composing
Masterpieces.
Masterpieces. Yeah.
I don't even remember being 5.
I only remember a little bit.
Fleeting memories. Definitely not me being a master piano player composing
I don't remember having an
hit
interest
songs.
in things at 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I liked Ninja Turtles.
I think
That's
I liked,
all I remember.
I think I liked Ghostbusters.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Maybe that was 7, 8.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
It's all a blur.
Yeah. While Mozart was still very young, his family traveled to several places in Europe where he and his sister performed music to Prince Maximilian III of Bavaria, then courts in Vienna and Prague. Soon after, Mozart and his family spent 3 years touring Munich, Paris, London, Dover, and Amsterdam.
How old was he during this?
He was just a very young kid.
Super young kid, just on tour.
Yeah, like under 8.
Just crushing the tour scene.
Yeah.
Just playing for princes.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
Mozart became acquainted with the famous composer Johann Christian Bach, who was the 18th child of Johann Sebastian Bach.
18 children.
Yeah, I literally had to just add that because I was like, 18?
Oh my goodness, dude.
How?
That's so many children.
That poor woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have just been falling out by the end.
They're like the Duggars, but the Bachs. By the time Mozart was 8 years old, he had written his first symphony.
Jeez.
He was known all over Europe as a Wunderkind, or child prodigy. At age 14...
Wunderkind.
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 Yeah, because the W's are V's in the German language. At age 14, Mozart wrote the opera... This is going to be awful. Mitridate Re di Ponto?
Oh, nailed it.
Yeah. And gained much success, leading to further commissions for more operas. By age 17, Mozart was employed as a court musician by the ruler of Salzburg. There's a little fly.
There's always a damn fly.
I know. Prince Archbishop Hieronymus Colloredo. Colorado? It's Colloredo. Colloredo.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Colloredo.
By age 19, Mozart wrote...
This is just us dumb Americans trying to pronounce
Oh,
words.
yeah. We are
podcast.
such idiots. Americans.
Yeah. Colloredo.
Yeah, this just goes to show how amazing our educational system is in America.
We learn nothing.
We don't learn anything, people. If you're from another country and you're listening to us, I'm sorry.
You're so much smarter than we are.
You're way
just
smarter
know
than
that we
us.
know.
Yeah.
Well, we do.
We do. I don't know. Yeah. By age 19, Mozart wrote 5 violin concertos, the only ones he ever wrote, and then began writing piano concertos.
My goodness.
19.
Overachiever.
Yeah, right?
Jeez.
Slow down, Mozart.
Was he the middle child or was he the youngest child?
I think he was the very youngest.
Very youngest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he
was like the last one.
He had to make up for all the
deaths.
Johanns that died before him.
That's right. Yes.
He had to pour one out for the homies in the form of concertos.
Yeah. Yeah. Mozart is responsible for writing some of the most beautiful music that has ever been written.
Beautiful. Just beautiful.
But Mozart also wrote dirty songs as well.
What?
I mean, so when I read that, I was like, dirty?
But hold on.
Like,
do they have lyrics?
So, not necessarily, but they're always titled something.
I mean,
okay, so this one song that Mozart wrote was most likely written as a party song for a friend and was called Leck mich. I don't know. This is horrible, by the way. I am not German. Leck mich im Arsch, which translates...
Lick my ass?
Which translates to lick me in the ass, which...
Damn! Mozart was getting his ass eaten, dude?
I don't know. Well, hold on. No, not necessarily. Which would translate in today's world to nothing more than a simple kiss my ass.
Yeah, but I think that was kind of like the 1700s equivalent of my neck, my back.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Really interesting.
Damn, Mozart was getting his... He might be the first.
The first what?
To popularize eating ass.
Ew, gross.
He did it, dude.
They were a lot dirtier back then.
Those were some dirty asses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were really dirty songs.
Yes.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
That guy made Too Short sound like a church singer, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
You and Too Short.
Hey, Too Short is a good reference.
That's right. Yeah.
I got a lot of comments on YouTube about that.
Mozart was actually... What am I doing here? Stop it.
What have you done?
Mozart was actually found to be a bit of a jokester, and there are many family letters with incredibly odd statements in them that baffle readers even to this day. The next bit are excerpts from letters written to his 19-year-old cousin, who may also have been his love interest, Mary Ann, also known as Betsy.
What's up with all these Mary Anns,
I don't know. It was like a popular name in the family, I guess.
Man, this guy's just eating ass, banging his cousins, dude.
Well, it was a love
With
interest.
the same name as his sister.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mozart was a freak, dude.
Yeah, well, just listen. This gets.
I mean, he's a musician.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You think Mozart got groupies?
Maybe, actually.
I feel like he probably did.
I wonder if that was a thing back then.
I mean, he was the biggest musician of his day.
I mean, he was, but like, I don't know. I never even thought about. Was there a thing as groupies back then?
Well, I don't know if they were calling them groupies,
Yeah.
but Mozart had to get groupies.
Maybe.
If he was getting his ass eaten, he was introduced to that by a groupie.
We don't know if that's what he
wrote
was
a
doing.
song called "Eat My Ass."
Lick me in the ass.
Lick me. Okay, same. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a letter that he
Lick
wrote.
me in the ass. Is that what it is, or my ass? Lick me in my ass, or
Lick me in the ass.
me in the ass.
Leck mich im Arsch.
I want to start hearing people who talk about eating ass say it like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mozart was a freak.
Yeah, and so this next part is all in quotations in my notes because this is all parts of his actual letter.
Okay.
So I had to write exactly what his letter said. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been accurate.
Okay.
So the letter was written when Mozart would have been 21 to his 19-year-old cousin.
Okay.
I want you to also know the letter was really long. And because of that, I took the strange parts and put them in here, but I also added some like just regular banter because if I just added the weird parts, it would just been like a rambling nonsense of weird stuff. So
Okay, let's go.
okay, so anyway, this is how it goes. You write further, indeed, you let it all out, you expose yourself, you indicate to me, you bring me the news, you announce unto me. You state in broad daylight, you demand, you desire, you wish, you want, you like, you command that I, too, should send you my portrait. I shall mail-fail it for sure. By the love of my skin, I shit on your nose, so it runs down your chin.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Wait, maybe you're right about the getting his ass.
I'm telling you,
eaten,
there's
'cause
all
how
signs.
is the-
All signs point to him getting his ass eaten.
Yeah, wow.
Mozart was the original dude getting his ass ate.
I guess so.
Wow.
Yeah.
This changes everything.
Does it really, though?
It does. I know a few comics who will love this information.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I now wish, this is still part of his letter.
Yes.
I now wish you a good night. Shit in your bed with all your might. Sleep with peace on your mind and try to kiss your own behind. Oh, my ass burns like fire. What is the meaning of this? Maybe Muck wants to come out. Yes? Yes, Muck. I know you see you, taste you. As I am in the middle of my best writing, I hear a noise. I get up, go to the window. The noise is gone. I sit back down and start writing. Then I hear the noise once more. I rise, but as I am rising, I hear the noise again. I rise, but as I rise, I can still hear something, but very faint. It smells like burning. Wherever I go, it stinks. When I look out the window, the smell goes away. When I turn my head back to the room, the smell comes back. Finally, my mama says to me, I bet you let one go. I don't think so, Mama. Yes, I'm quite certain. I put it to the test, stick my finger in my ass, then put it to my nose, and there's the proof. Mama was right. I don't know. I don't know why he...
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know.
Right now.
I don't know. This was to his cousin, too. And
Are you
also,
sure
if he
this
was
is-
like...
Was this translated correctly?
It was translated.
Wow. Okay.
So anyway.
I'm a little speechless here. I don't really know what to say.
I don't either.
First, it was funny that Mozart was a freak. Now it's a little alarming.
Now it's just like way
Now it's like
too
whoa,
much about
whoa, buddy.
a lot of shit talk.
A lot of shits.
Yeah. Anyway, now
What is
farewell.
this burning in my ass? Is what he said. What? Is this burning in my ass?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay. This is not the information I was expecting about Mozart.
Yes, I know.
At all.
This wasn't what I was expecting either.
When you were like Mozart, I was like, oh, come on. There's been so much Mozart.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been I've not heard this covered.
Yeah.
Covered in shit.
If you just Google it, you'll find tons of references.
Well, I'm sure, but I guarantee if you just Google Mozart, that's not going to be the top.
That is not the first thing you'll see.
Thing.
No, you have to dig a little bit deeper.
He was digging a little bit deeper. Someone else was digging a little bit deeper in his ass.
So when I looked this up, because I saw something when I was looking up just videos of like inspiration, and they said something to the regard of Mozart writing a dirty song. And so I was like, oh. And then I've also heard something about some composer writing a song for a woman. And so I was curious.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when I started looking up, like, did Mozart, I just picked Mozart.
Yeah.
Did he ever write any dirty songs? Meaning more like on the lines of like, you know, like
right.
about women or something.
Well, but how, besides the title, how could it be a dirty song? Like, do you think people in the 1700s recognize that? Like they heard certain violin chords and they were like, oh my God, this is filthy.
I don't know.
How would they know?
I don't know.
There's no way they could know.
I think it's funny that he wrote like songs.
Like, what if they were
parties?
just listening to it and they were like, man, this is a beautiful song. What's it called? And they were like, lick me in the ass. And they were like, what?
That one was for a party, which I think is hilarious. They're like, dude.
Mozart was like the Montel Jordan, this is how we do it of his time. He was writing those songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always just thought he was very like,
no, he was
like
super
sophisticated classical people. And he was like, nah, I'm getting my ass ate.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that Montel Williams was ever doing that.
Montel Jordan.
I think he's,
I don't think Montel Williams. Yeah. Montel Williams wasn't doing that.
That's the talk show host.
Yeah,
huh?
Montel Williams was not. No. I'm talking about Montel Jordan. This is how we do
Wrong
it.
Montel, sorry. Now farewell. I kiss you 10,000 times, and I remain, as always, your old, young Szechuans. I don't know what the hell that means.
Okay.
Szechuans, I don't know.
Spicy.
I don't know. Mozart did not end up marrying his cousin, but instead married an Austrian singer by the name of Maria Constance.
Dude, this guy had a serious Maria fetish.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. Together they had 6 children, with only 2 surviving infancy. Mozart became very ill at age 35 with fever, vomiting, pain, and swelling. He thought he had possibly been poisoned. It is not known whether he was actually poisoned or suffering from an unknown illness. To this day, there are no known descendants of Mozart.
What if he got sick from eating ass? What if he started eating ass? I guarantee that's what it was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence of ass eating, and I think that maybe he
that's
got
how
some
Mozart
sort of,
died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mozart died eating ass.
Ew.
Or getting his ass eaten.
Yeah. My sources are wikipedia.com, lettersofnote.com, mentalfloss.com, and the book The Minipedia. The book Minipedia.
Wow. Okay. Well, there's definitely some new information that I did not know about Mozart.
Yeah.
I don't know how well known this stuff is. Obviously, it's documented.
Yeah.
But
there's a picture of the actual letter.
I thought you were going to be like, there's a picture of him getting his ass eaten.
No, there wasn't photography until the 50s.
Okay, I understand. But I thought that's where you were going.
No, it would have been a painting, which would have been weird to
Wouldn't
pose
that be
for.
hilarious?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Someone needs to paint a painting like this, like Baroque style painting of Mozart, like playing the piano, getting his ass eaten.
Ew.
From the back.
Gross.
It's historically
Who wants
accurate.
to buy that?
I guarantee you so many people
I thought you
would
were going
buy
to
it.
say I would.
No, I would not. I would not. But if we put that on Etsy, it would be a hit.
Oh, that's so gross.
What if we did that? What if that's, oh my God. Have you ever seen the celebrities on sandwiches paintings? Like art?
No.
There's like, they advertise all over the internet and it's like, they're like funny, like kind of like caricature style drawings. And it's like Jerry Seinfeld on like a deli sandwich.
Like how? Like burnt into it?
No,
bread?
like it's like a drawing of like a sandwich. And then there's like a little Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, it's
like,
not
sitting.
an actual sandwich.
No, it's like a drawing. It's art.
Oh, okay.
I think it would be funny if we did a series, not we, but if someone
Yeah.
did a series of like historical figures
Getting their ass eaten?
getting their ass eaten.
What?
I don't know. I love how we have children in our house right now. And we're just
Yes.
out here like, Mozart is eating his ass. And,
Yeah, yeah.
all right, well, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You said it was weird.
Yeah, I told you.
Not the direction I imagined this
Yeah.
going at all.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I learned about it.
Yeah.
I'm enlightened in a way that I didn't know I needed to be.
Exactly.
But I'm happy that I have been enlightened in this
very,
way.
Yeah, it's a very strange
Yeah,
subject.
yeah.
But also, like, Who would have thought?
I don't know.
Mozart was a dirty little bastard.
I mean, dude, he was the rock star of his generation.
He was. Was he like
I mean, he was like who was like a really dirty like rock star kind of guy.
Aerosmith?
Yeah, he's like, well, yeah, Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
He's like this. Yeah, Steven Tyler. Oh, what's a better example?
I don't know.
I don't know. Gene Simmons.
What did Gene Simmons do? I don't know.
Gene Simmons was the lead singer of Kiss.
No, I know, but like, what did he do that was like?
Probably a lot of chicks.
Oh, okay.
I would imagine.
I don't know.
Who's like 80s hair, like Bret Michaels,
Oh yeah.
or
okay.
like Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Mozart.
Ooh, what about that guy, Tommy, whatever with Pam?
Tommy Lee.
He's the Tommy Lee.
Mozart was the Tommy Lee of his day.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He definitely had hepatitis for sure,
Oh.
and he probably died from eating ass, which is fascinating. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Okay, so aside from Mozart liking crude poop jokes,
Crude poop jokes.
I guess that's what you'd call that.
Okay, yeah.
There were other famous historical figures who thought they were funny as well. And this is how I discovered the term scatology or flatulence humor.
Oh, well, we have some experts on that in our house.
Yeah, like our 6-year-old.
Our 6 about an hour before we started recording tonight, our 6-year-old daughter ran into the room and jump farted at me. She jumped, spun around, landed, and as she landed, she timed it perfectly, farted right in front of me. Yeah. And I was like, what? But I laughed uncontrollably. I could not help it, and I have fueled a fire.
Oh, yes.
That is dangerous.
I think it's hilarious that she will come into the room, but like peeks around the corner and just sticks her butt into the room and toots.
And then leaves.
Yeah, which we say toot in our house because...
Well, she says fart too, though.
Yeah, and well, we don't say toot because we're like those like weird people, but like she was saying fart too much at school, so we had to like switch up the word.
Well, they started making her say toot at school, so then we adopted it.
And we just think it's funny.
And we just think it's funnier now.
Yeah, lots of toots. So anyway, Martin Luther, a historical man who redefined Christianity, was said... Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Was said to have stated, "I resist the devil, and often it is with a fart that I chase him away."
Damn, Martin Luther was just farting the devil away?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Does that mean I've been just shooing the devil away for a long time?
Every day
Every
of your
day?
life.
Every day. I'm just keeping
in your sleep.
I'm keeping Satan away.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Goethe, who was a German playwright, novelist, and scientist, is said to have used poop jokes to lash back at a critic. I thought that was kind of funny.
Eat me in the ass.
Yeah. That's not really a poop joke.
I don't know.
Okay, but fart jokes go back even further. There is evidence of fart jokes from 5th century BC plays called The Knights and the Clouds. Roman Emperor, I'm going to say this so wrong, Elagabalus. Okay. Elagabalus. Played practical jokes on guests with whoopee cushions at dinner parties. In the book Arabian Nights, written during Islamic Golden Ages, 8th century to the 14th century, there is a story titled The Historic Fart. It's about a man who flees his country because he is embarrassed about farting at his wedding. When he returns 10 years later, he discovers that his fart has become a famously celebrated point in history. In a story from the 14th century called The Miller's Tale by Geoffrey Chaucer, the character Nicholas sticks his buttocks out of a window and humiliates his rival by farting in his face. The medieval Latin joke book Facete includes 6 different stories about farting. Even Shakespeare included farting in some of his plays. Benjamin Franklin thought farts were funny, and so did Mark Twain.
I would consider all of this undeniable evidence that my theory that farts are hilarious and always have been is undeniably true.
They can be really funny, yeah.
Every fart's hilarious.
Yeah.
Every fart is hilarious.
Every single one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. Every fart is hilarious.
My sources are wikipedia.com and mentalfloss.com.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
that was a weird one.
It took now 7 episodes to get into poop and farts.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. That's
know,
where we're going.
I had to tie in with the I keep wanting to call him Sebastian, with the Amadeus Mozart thing. Like that's why the fun fact was
Wolfgang, isn't it?
Yeah, Wolfgang Amadeus. I don't know. There's too many names.
I know, why so many names?
I don't know. But yeah, I had to tie it in. So like, we learned about Mozart's thing, and then we learned about other historical people that were like, farts are funny.
Farts are funny.
Yeah.
They always have been, and they always will be.
be.
Yeah. And I stand behind that statement.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's it.
All right. Well, this has been a thrilling episode. That's for sure.
Yes.
We could not have done this episode last night.
No.
We would not have made it through this episode.
It wouldn't have been funny.
No.
We would have been, because it has to be the right mood.
You were far too serious
I thought you were going to say you were farting. I was like, what?
You were farting and too serious.
That's not true at all. Yeah, I was in a bad mood. I was, admittedly. Yeah. It wouldn't have worked.
That's what I'm saying. We have to be in a lighthearted mood, especially if we're talking about shit, eating ass, and farts.
That's right.
You can't go into that in a bad mood.
No, you can't.
All right. Well, I would say that's the episode.
That's it.
That's it. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you weren't eating dinner or breakfast while you were listening to this episode, or any meal.
Sorry if you were.
Let the people know that Mozart was the original eating ass guy.
What kind of title is that?
I don't know.
Eating ass guy.
Eating ass guy. Yeah, what am I going to title this episode?
I don't know. You got to be careful with that one.
Yeah, that's slipping into dangerous territory.
Yeah.
For getting flagged.
Yeah, we got to be careful with that one.
All right, I'll figure it out. I don't even want to ponder on that right now because there's a lot to ponder on there.
Yeah.
But
it could just be farts are funny. Even that is a little. No, we don't need.
I could get a little bit more creative than that.
Okay, yeah.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. I have some time to edit. But yep. All right, that's it. Thank you all for listening or watching. Please remember, like and subscribe on YouTube. Please leave a comment. Helps with the algorithm. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, please make sure to subscribe. If you are listening on Spotify, make sure to follow the podcast. And please leave a positive review. And please share us on Instagram, which you can follow us at According to My Wife. You can follow me at Rick Martinelli Comedy. You can follow Babs at bilbo.babbins. As of the time of this recording, you haven't changed it yet.
Very close.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
If you would like to see any of my upcoming stand-up comedy shows, please go to rickmartinellicomedy.com for all my upcoming dates. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Toodles.